Welcome back to the channel. It's LukeTheDuke, and we are now at T-minus 20 days to go until Starfield activates the grav drive into early access, and we've got a wide range of Starfield topics up for discussion in this one. We've got the upcoming Starfield Q&A dev event, all sorts of AMD questions, and some launch time confusions. Plus, I also wanted to touch on several topics that have hit the community, like no consoles required and the drama surrounding save-scumming. And let's finish it all up today with multiplayer, and a whisper I received that it was originally in the game and then it wasn't, and don't worry, I'll explain it all. Thank you again for all the love you've been showing my Starfield uploads. In case you haven't done so already, please hit that sub button and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. There are chapters available for easy viewing, and away we go.
System of failure.
Let's kick this one off with the launch date and time confusions for both the early access and full live launch of Starfield, and this is due to conflicting information being displayed on the Bethesda official site, showing here at September the 1st for early access, and then here on the Windows Store, it's showing as August 31st, and it seems like a mess. It sort of is, and it isn't. Now, just to confirm, if you purchased the correct edition of the game or have purchased the upgrade, early access begins on September the 1st, and live launch for the rest of the world starts on September the 6th. But the way this game is being rolled out is not by time zones, but instead is based on a specific time zone and preset date. All you need to know is that for both of those dates, the go-live times are based on UTC and midnight, so make your adjustments from there. If you live west of that time zone, your launch times are earlier. If you live east of that time zone, you are later than midnight. For example, I live on the East Coast, US, so my launch times would be 8 p.m. on the 31st, and if you were part of the recent Diablo 4 launch, you kind of know exactly how this works. Next, let's take a look at all the crazy Starfield swag being put on display, and AMD dropped this sexy-looking AMD combo, including a customized Radeon RX 7900 XTX graphics card, completely decked out in Starfield decor. And by the way, this is not available for purchase, at least not yet, and only 500 of these combos are being made. Now, in their X, by the way, it still feels weird saying that, right? I'm used to saying tweets. AMD simply says, more details to come soon. Currently, as part of QuakeCon, Noble Chairs is displaying this limited edition Starfield gaming chair, which does look quite amazing. Now, Noble has done gaming chairs for previous Bethesda releases, like Fallout, Doom, and Elder Scrolls, but I do like the look of this Starfield chair. And by the way, if anyone at Noble sees this video, please send me a DM and we can talk. Unfortunately, the Starfield chair is not yet available for purchase and is showing as coming soon on the Noble Chairs website. And while we're on the topic of AMD, I received multiple concerns and questions from those of you that have purchased those AMD bundles that included the free Starfield game codes because you don't know how to redeem them. And by the way, it can be a real pain in the ass, but here it all is. First off, you need to make sure you purchased from a partnered AMD dealer. By the way, that's very important. Now, once you have the components, install the CPU or GPU into your system and then follow these steps showing up on screen, which are really drawn out. They include registering on the AMD rewards site, inputting your code, downloading the verification tool and installing it, I assume, which will verify if you have an eligible AMD product now installed into your rig. And finally, you need to link your AMD rewards account with Steam. And then after all of that, hopefully the game will be added to your Steam library. By the way, good luck. Next, let's shift gears and briefly take another look at this no console required discussion that kind of has a broader net cast over gaming in general, but to be more specific, let's use Starfield as the focal point. Now, I've been seeing comments from viewers that didn't know this existed and or were skeptical when I showed the Peter Ovo slide a few days ago where Xbox was displaying a presentation of more than 1 billion streaming capable devices worldwide, which by the way is a very low estimate. Now, just to set the record straight, you do not have to own an Xbox or a mega PC just to play Starfield. With an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, you can take advantage of the xCloud streaming services, allowing you to play Starfield on whatever streaming-capable device you choose, as long as you have the app installed and you have a decent internet connection. For instance, Samsung recently spun this one up with their no console required advertising, showcasing their partnership with Xbox while using the Samsung Gaming Hub, all without a PC or Xbox console, and all straight through the cloud. Now, I've mentioned this in previous Starfield uploads, but if the Steam Deck can't natively handle Starfield, which is still up for debate, there's always the xCloud streaming option, where you let Xbox's servers handle the heavy lifting for you. Not trying to fan the console exclusivity flames here, but this is a viable option for anyone on PlayStation and or without a PC capable of handling Starfield. Shifting gears, and I covered this topic here on the channel a few days ago, but on Wednesday, Bethesda X'd this message out, stating that there would be a developer Q&A session open to the public with Will Shen and Emil Pagliarulo, set to take place on August the 16th at 1 p.m. EST. Now, the only requirements to attend is that you needed to join the Bethesda Studios Discord and go through a small extra step to join the Constellation exclusive group, which would also allow you to post questions to the developers ahead of time to be answered during the live stream. Now, just a quick heads up here, but the deadline to submit your developer questions ends today, August the 11th, and I've included the links to the Join Constellation site and to the Bethesda Studios Discord in the video description. Now over to a post I saw on Reddit by user Titan7771, where they posted evidence we can turn off the XP bar. And they were showing off a clip from the Starfield Direct presentation where the player was kind of jetpacking around and attacking targets, and as they finished those targets off, the XP was not popping up onto the screen, which, by the way, for some would be a hit to immersion. Now, from the looks of the different clips, we've seen XP awards consistently showing up every time we dispatch a target, but there are certain sequences where it does not. Anyways, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one. I'm personally not affected by it at all. I mean, I played the Division 2, and that game hits you with all sorts of damage numbers and XP each time you engage a target, which can be toggled, I know, but by default, it is there. How do you feel about it? XP on? Off? It doesn't make much difference to you? Let me know in the comment section below. Last major topic for today has to do with save-scumming, because with the highly successful launch of Baldur's Gate 3, this topic is again all the rage with the RPG community, and therefore makes Starfield guilty by association. Now, for those of you who don't know, save-scumming is usually the act of saving the game, engaging with content that has a random result, and then reloading the save to re-roll the results if the results aren't satisfactory. Example, you save, you open the special loot box hoping for the good drop you want, then reload if you don't get it. And this very recent IGN article has only added further fuel to the fire. Baldur's Gate 3 reignites age-old save-scumming debate. And within this article, it discusses the wild, chaotic freedom and brutal difficulty of BG3, which sometimes produces undesirable outcomes to your playthroughs. Earlier today, I posted a poll to my YouTube channel asking the very question of save-scumming, and after close to 900 votes, 92% of you were either had no problems with it at all, or were middle of the road as long as it didn't have any effects on PvP. But on the flip side, I've seen Twitch streamers advertising titles like "No Scum Here," making their positions known on the practice of save-scumming. But in the context of Starfield, again, a single-player experience, I could honestly not care any less than I do. I mean, play the game the way you want to play the game. Now, I am a firm believer in grabbing those quick saves, especially because I don't like having to regrind through, say, 30 minutes of content just to make it back up to a boss fight, and I've been hit with those unfortunate events plenty of times in my past gaming playthroughs. But again, let me know where you stand on this one. Is it drama? Is this an actual issue I need to research further? Again, leave me a comment. And let's finish this one up by slipping on our tinfoil hats, because it's time to talk Starfield Multiplayer and the theory that at one time it existed, or maybe it still does, or maybe it is dormant, just waiting to be released in future DLC. Now, during my research, I've run across this Steam DB screenshot of Starfield. And in case you don't know, anytime a change is made to a game's Steam page, the changelog is noted and saved. So when you see something like Starfield showing the multiplayer tag being added and then taken off nearly 12 hours later, yeah, I can see where that would create a little buzz. This SteamDB record was posted back on August the 1st, showing that exact thing happening. And I saw it back then. I guess what happened because I've seen it before. But I got a recent DM outlining the theory that multiplayer is still in the game or will be in the game in the near future, and here is the proof we all needed. Here is the smoking gun. And while I think that component would be awesome to see in Starfield, I would chalk up this multiplayer tag being added then subtracted to a Steam mod, accidentally activating it and then catching their error hours later, probably in an attempt to reposition certain tags. I mean, think about it. If multiplayer was indeed in the game, don't you think it would be one of the major talking points for Starfield? Because I do. But again, let me know where you stand on anything Starfield related. Sound off in the comment section below. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are greatly appreciated. All my socials, including an open link to my Discord server, can be found in the video description. Shout out to the over 133,000 of you that have stuck with me and hit subscribe. And as always, a huge thanks goes out to my patrons over on Patreon. Also, I'm starting to see those YouTube super chats come in, and for everyone that has been firing those things off, thank you. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.